Okay, I was about to do something, but instead of doing that, I'm going to do a video and then I'm going to do that. I was about to take the cable off of the advanced GT3 super bass. I never found these to be super bass at all. Not disappointed with them. Okay, that's a lie. I was. I'm a bass head. There's a tree of audio. Starts with rock and roll. Later in life got into hip hop and reggae, but rock and roll is always, it's right there, rock and roll. But bass, I like me some bass, and this isn't quite what it says super bass on it. So, you know, Sony with their extreme bass, and or JVC with the extreme bass, and Sony with the MDR. I guess that was extreme bass too. You put that on there and you think you're going to get a lot of bass, and I didn't, but I thought that it would have other merits. It's not that great, and I think that these T2 Pros actually sound better. So what I was doing was I was about to take the cable, because I actually do like the cable on this thing. I just like the design. I think it's good. And I was going to put it on the T2 Pros, because the T2 Pros cable is not that great. But the fact that I was going to take the cable off of this to put it on this is because I will use this, but I won't use that. Why not? Because it's all about the music. Listening to... Hold on just a second. Never going back again. This is a guitar, Lindsey Buckingham. It's a beautiful song. Listening to this track with these, I may have not found it. Anyway, bass is not what they do. So I thought, you know, mids, vocals, treble. It doesn't really... They're okay. They're $199, and these are $60. I think these are $60, and I put these in, and I came to the conclusion that I actually like these better. And I'm going to switch the cable. And just before I pulled them off, because MMCX cables, you better make sure you know what you're doing, because you can't do it too much, because it will fail. I thought, why not do a video, because this is a good explanation of how something that's $199, which is maybe 3 to 4 times as much as the T2 Pros, I actually think that these sound better. These don't really have a weak point. I thought that the T2 originals really were great, so why change it? But I get it now that I listen to it, because I am a detail head too. I love stage. Neither of these are great with stage. These are good. Anything with a emphasized high end will give an impression of more space. So these have more detail in the high end, but not quite as much as something like the Whizzer or the EX1000 or other things that might be borderline for some people. These are tuned at a higher treble, but still not that high. I'm more impressed by these than I was when I first got them and when I did a video maybe a few days ago. And as I'm about to take the cable off of this thing and put it on this thing, so $199 IEM is going to lose its cable, and it's going to be put on a $60 IEM. I thought, I mean, look at this thing spin around. There's a good chance to say price. Not only is diminishing values not a real scale, sometimes it doesn't work at all. This isn't a little better than this because it's $199 versus, let's say, $60. It's not as good as this, in my opinion. I don't think it has super bass. As a matter of fact, I think the bass is kind of not that great. I'm a bass head, so I'm expecting stuff. It says super bass. I should be able to crank it up, and even with the low 2, with the mini elevation, it didn't sound that good. I put this with an amplifier to try to power my way through, and I never got there. And somebody recommended me these, and I trust his opinion, and I still do, but I didn't get it with these. So throwing the bass out, I think these sound better as far as accuracy. I think the mids on this are definitely better than this, and I think the highs are more elevated than this, but they're not in the range of making a female voice sound shouty or echoey or anything like that whatsoever. I think it's tuned very, very well. I already wrecked these, so this isn't a wreck video. This costs 4 times as much as this. Diminishing returns is not even accurate math, this is not better than this. It's not a diminished thing. I would take this over this if I listened to them in an earphone store. Without a doubt, that's exactly what I would do. So, if you got the T2 Pros, enjoy it. I love that phone. I'm learning about new things, what to do with that. And I appreciate these people. This is made in America. I don't know if that's true, but I'm a patriot. I'm doing all these tri-fi stuff, and I respect. If you love your country, good for you. I have no problem with nationalists, man. Just to sidetrack there. So in a small sense, I was thinking, yeah, an American set and getting into the game dominated by Chinese, but not quite like the Arsonics ASG 2.5s or 2.0s, which are absolutely fantastic. I look back now and think that those are absolutely epic, and I regret that he sold to Fender. Because if you can get a set of ASG 2.5s, you should. Those are absolutely fantastic, made in America. This set didn't do it for me. People were very nice. Women on the internet was fantastic. Shipping was fast. All of the service stuff related to customers. So if you like this sound, then good for you, because not only is it good for you, it's a good company, and they seem to be quite good to their customers, which is not an automatic in this hobby. So good for you. Not slamming these. Just don't think they got super bass, and I think that these are really good. This is a single dynamic, I believe, and this is two. It's two. Okay, I haven't seen this cracked open. Let's call it dynamic versus dynamic, and I find this to be the better of the two. And this is going to be a short video. 1111 recommendations. I recommend this thing. This thing is so ridiculous. I'm not going to take it down because there's stuff to... I'm going to do another video with it. It's a massive beast. The DM6s, get it. The Wizards, if you're sensitive to treble, maybe no. Lot of detail there. If you like the EX1000s, you would like the Wizard. I love the Wizard. I find them to be kind of like a hybrid version of the EX1000s. Elevated treble. I like them. DM6, get it if you can. And the other ones on my list. The T88 is off my list because it just is. It sounds not worth its price whatsoever. And I'm trying to think what else would yank it off there. The Tenha's K5, I keep it. I keep it. I actually do like that set. That's a good reflection. I'll keep that. So, who am I? I'm fucking me. Is my list of any value? I listen to music, and I'm a music lover. Something in this hobby. I'm gonna do a video talking about gear sluts versus music lovers, because it's two different sides of the same coin in this hobby. I'm a music lover that deals with gear sluts, but it's all about the music. For example, with these two, without thinking about it, I was just like, I'm gonna switch the cable, because these sounded better with music than these do, to me. So, harvest the cable. And whatever good tips it's got, take it off, because I might never use it or touch them again. Kind of like that. That's what happens to stuff that I know I'm not going to listen to. The cable's good, yank it, take it, keep it. Harvest it. Like being in a video game, a dead body, if you can take items off of it, do that. Kind of do that with a set of IMs. So, this is the last time that this thing will ever have its own cable on it, after I do this video. And I love kittens, man. And I'm out of here. Later.